All right, here's the tier list. You can tell what each career is by the picture. They also do have labels. They're kind of small here, but I'll do my best to explain them. First up, we have logistics analyst. Now, I had a buddy that worked in logistics. He liked what he did, but it kind of seemed like a lot of busy work. I can't help but feel like this is just kind of an average middleman, paper pusher type of position. Ultimately, I think it's going to be a little boring, but it kind of just feels like that random miscellaneous stuff. I think overall this is going to be B tier. Next up we have teacher. If this is something that you love to do, just love, kind of being around and helping kids, I think this can be a great career. Helping to raise the next generation is a noble thing. However, we all know that teachers make pretty much no money. So if you're doing it for the love of the game, well, that's great. But you got to be okay with not making any money. I think overall it's going to be B tier. Just depends on what you like. Cybersecurity analyst. All right, cybersecurity is still really big and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Technology is on the rise, AI is in the picture now, and cybersecurity has been more important than ever. I just don't see the demand for this going down, and on top of it, these guys make great money too. I think this is an S tier. Next up we have developer. I'm thinking this is referencing anything from a software engineer to a front-end web developer and positions along those lines. These are the ones that have been very affected by AI. While I still think being in the tech world is a great thing, I think the rise of AI has kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for some of the more niche jobs within the tech industry. However, some of the traditional developer roles have been affected. I think there's still room for them, but again, it's not going to be quite as popular as it was before. I think there's a lot of more specialized positions that companies can utilize now rather than just hiring developers. It's kind of like, why would you hire developers to make a custom website when you can pay $7 for a WordPress template? Or why would you hire a full team of software engineers to develop this massive custom internal application when you can hire one data engineer to build an entire pipeline to handle everything for you using off-the-shelf software, right? So the landscape is just changing, and I think this is still a good position, but the demand has gone down way less. It's more for niche custom applications now. And that is why it is going to be A tier. Digital marketing, or just marketing in general, a lot of it's just digital now. I think if you're not going into the technical world, but you still want to be able to make an impact in corporate, I think marketing and sales is kind of the next best thing. So I'm actually going to throw this one up in A tier. Companies still need plenty of marketing, ad campaigns, product launches, all of this stuff. You're going to need marketers. Healthcare administrator. These guys get the grunt work in the healthcare world. It kind of seems like these are the people that are always hustling around, doing all the busy work. I'm not gonna lie, they seem really stressed out. Honestly, I would hate to be in this position. I'm gonna throw this down in C tier. I think they make okay money, but it's really not that great compared to doctors or even nurses, but you still have a lot of stress and busy work and grunt work really, so it's gonna be C tier. Auditor. I feel like this would be alright, but it would be pretty boring. You better like paperwork, you better like crunching numbers and reviewing things, and you also better like being the bad guy if you have to get somebody in trouble. Overall, a bunch of things that I would probably hate doing, but some people might like it. I think it takes a very specific person to enjoy this type of job. Yeah, you're kind of just naturally gonna be like a Karen and an unlikable person. The more I think about this and the more I talk about this, the less I'm liking it. I'm actually gonna throw this one down in F tier. I think auditor would be a terrible job. Tax manager. This is just going to be a branch of accounting. Again, this is going to be a lot of paperwork, a lot of crunching numbers, balance sheets. I think if any of that sounds fun to you, this could be cool. I'd say the one upside is that you get to kind of look at things as a whole rather than just the balance sheets and kind of help people find tax loopholes and help people kind of grow their businesses. And I think that aspect could be kind of interesting, right? Working with a lot of different people and, just knowing the ins and outs of tax laws. So because of that, I'm going to put it in C tier. I'm going to spare it from F tier, but a lot of this job I feel like would be pretty boring. All right, lawyer. This one's a little bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, we all know that these guys make a lot of money, but we also know that these guys work themselves to death. Being a lawyer is a lot of hard work. You have to know your case inside and out. You have to know the laws inside and out. You have to know the opponent side of the case inside and out. You have to be able to network and know people. You need to know who you're going up against. You need to know the judge, right? There's a lot of things involved. This would be a pretty tough job. And on top of it, it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of learning. I think the prestige of the difficulty of what you do is the only thing that saves this from being in the lower tiers. But there's another thing at play here, and that's AI. I don't work in the law world, but I've actually heard some buzz about lawyers and law firms actually getting affected pretty heavily by AI. Because if you think about it, lawyers are all about knowing the ins and outs of the law. And historically, that kind of comes down to just having a very broad, generalist, but also deep knowledge, about laws and rules and workarounds and exceptions and different cases to cite as examples and all this stuff. But that's also exactly what AI is doing exceptionally well at right now. And yeah, like any job, I'm sure these guys use it as a tool to brush up on knowledge and familiarize themselves with things and, help offset the research of the paralegal team with them. It just seems a little skeptical to me. But as someone that works in the AI world myself, I'm sure lawyers will find ways to continue to utilize, the tools that they have and kind of pivot efficiently. So I'm still going to throw it here in B tier. All right, next up we have doctor. Of course, you're going to need a lot of school for this. You've got to be pretty smart. It's going to take a lot of work, but the payoff is still great. You've got a lot of power once you've got a doctor title. You're going to make a lot of money, and technology is nowhere near replacing you. So this is for sure S tier. Nursing, this is pretty good. You're not really at risk of being replaced by technology anytime soon either. These guys make good money, but I've heard nursing can be brutal. I've heard these guys can kind of get worked to death. It can be a very high stress, high demand job, and sometimes it might feel like you're just getting the grunt work of the doctors. So while still a pretty good career, it's not going to get quite S tier. I'm going to throw it in A tier because yeah, there is a lot of stress and downsides that come with this job. Next up we have electrician, one of the few blue collar jobs on this list. I think this is going to be an alright job. You're going to make alright money, but you're going to be pretty busy. You're going to be doing a lot of driving around to different places, and you're going to be doing a lot of, hands and knees type labor, crawling around into small places, hooking things up and running wires. Personally, I would not love this job, but maybe some people would find it okay. I'm going to throw it down in C tier. Project manager. This is really hit or miss. It honestly really depends on where you work and the team that you're on. A project manager could be worked to death. They could also have it pretty easy if they've got a good team under them. That being said, the fact that you are in a management position usually comes with a little more prestige, a little more benefits, a little more freedom and flexibility. I think that's overall a pretty good thing that's going to offset how good or not great the actual job is. And I think overall, it's going to average out in A tier. Next up, we have builder. These guys can actually make some pretty good money and get some pretty good benefits too. I'd actually prefer this to an electrician. I've seen what electrician work looks like, and I've also, done plenty of hands-on building. My dad was a builder growing up, and it's not all that bad. If I was going to be working in a blue-collar position, I would probably, do something along the lines of building. I'm an engineer. I like engineering things. Building is like, a little bit on the physical side of things, like actually putting it together. And yeah, I'm going to throw this up in B tier. All right, now we have renewable energy technician. This is kind of a niche one to be on this list, but we'll go ahead and do it. Hopefully renewable energy keeps getting better. I really do like science, and I hope that nuclear fusion does become a real thing someday. But I also know that the energy industry is kind of dominated by politics at the end of the day, and I really would not want to go into that field. I want to do something that I can actually kind of focus on and enjoy what I'm doing without having to worry about different social pressures and just how general political landscapes around the world are shaping up. So because of that, I'm going to throw this down in C tier. UX UI designer, I think this is going to be alright. Again, I feel like this is more like a niche down version of developer. There's a lot of tools now that this is getting less and less technical, but ultimately I think it's still needed. And as the digital world is still alive and booming more than ever, I think this is still a great place to be. I'm going to throw this one up in A tier. Alright, physical therapist. I've got a buddy that works in physical therapy, and I see the ups and I see the downs. On one side, it does seem like a pretty cool job. You get to work with people, you get to help people all day. On the other end, it kind of feels like more of a blue-collar job. You got to be there in person, working on things physically, but it doesn't come with the same pay as, being a doctor or a nurse. So all things considered, I think this is going to get B tier. Massage therapist. I think this one is going to be great if you love giving massages, and if you don't, then, well, obviously it's going to be terrible. But this job would be kind of cool because you're in a very relaxing environment, but you do have to actually, do some real physical work, especially if you're doing like deep tissue massages. It seems like a good balance overall. I'm gonna throw it here in average at B tier. All right, for translator. Historically, this one seems pretty valuable. However, with our current state of technology and AI, I think this is becoming more and more irrelevant. I mean, my phone just has a button that I can talk into it and it live translates into another language out the other side. And the reverse is true too. It can listen to someone else and translate it to me as they talk. And there's tons of devices that can do this. And that's just one part of it. It also has built-in, text translation right there on your screen. The fact that pretty much everyone just has access to a global translator right in their pocket for every different language that you can possibly imagine or ever want, right at their fingertips. Being a translator is not a career path I would want to be on right now. And yeah, unless you're doing ASL, I think you're gonna have a really hard time in this career, and I would absolutely not go into this, so I'm gonna put it here in F tier. Drug counselor. Look, this job would be good in the fact that you're helping people, but this would make me really sad. Honestly, maybe this is just a me thing, but I would hate to be working with people all day and seeing right into their addictions. Watching people destroy their bodies, relapse, and everything along those lines I think would be really hard. However, I can see the upsides when you do have, patients that are successful and able to overcome addictions and turn their life around. I bet that's a very meaningful experience and probably a great one to see. But it does seem like a pretty hard job, and I think if it's something that you're passionate about for one reason or another, I think it could be a great thing to go into. But I also do think it could be pretty hard and pretty draining. I think overall I'm gonna put it in C tier. Alright, for therapist, I know a lot of people do have therapists, so I guess there's probably a pretty big demand for this. But I don't know, it's just not something I would really like doing. I think a lot of guys probably wouldn't really like this. Talking about our feelings is not our go-to most natural flow state, if you will. Or talking about other people's, right, just in general. I think this is a pretty big hit or miss, but there is a pretty high demand, and I don't think it would be the hardest job in the world, just kind of, talking through things with people. I'm sure you'd get some interesting stories and experiences too, and I certainly don't think it's going away anytime soon. I think overall this is going to average out at B tier. Data scientist. Okay, look, I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna be a little biased on this one because, well, I am a data scientist, but it's for a good reason. I picked this career path because I saw a lot of potential with it. If you're not familiar, data scientists do a lot of work in the AI field, everything ranging from machine learning to data engineering and architecture to statistics and math. It's all about data manipulation and, well, data sciences. I love being in this career, and like they're saying these days, data is the new gold. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. The more data that we're collecting in this digital world, the more data that we're feeding into AI, the more AI models that we're building and developing, data scientist is going to continue to be a popular career, and it's actually projected as one of the highest growth careers in the near future. So, something to think about. Anyways, all that being said, this is absolutely S tier. Going into the data world in any capacity is a great idea right now. And similarly, machine learning engineer is pretty big right now. This is going to be kind of similar to the world of data science, but very focused on the machine learning aspect of things and kind of engineering the pieces together that actually make the machine learning models work. My only skepticism here is that it's a little bit more niche down than the data scientist role. And because of that, there's been talk about maybe an AI bubble, potentially popping here in the near future. And if that happens, I think data scientist is still going to be pretty safe. You're still kind of coming from the big picture of data as a whole. So even if AI dies down a little bit, there's still plenty of other use cases for data and analytics and engineering and that sort of thing. However, with machine learning engineers specifically, being niched down a little bit into the machine learning, if the AI bubble does pop and a lot of these, startup AI companies kind of go out of business, I think there's going to be a surplus of machine learning engineer positions and not enough roles for them. So while it's very good and very hot right now, I would be a little bit skeptical of that in the future. And I think both of those sides considered, this is going to be just an A tier instead of S tier. And last but not least, we have product manager. Like our project manager, this is also going to be a manager position, but rather than focused on a project as a whole, you're going to be focused more on, well, a specific product. And this is a situation where these titles can kind of mean the same thing at one place and completely different things at another place. In general, again, I think rather than focusing on the project, you're a little more niche down into a specific product, right? I think you'll find this more at companies where you have very specific product lines and very specific audiences and the product itself needs to be managed separately from the individual projects going on within that project. So two sides of the same coin with a little bit different focuses. I think this is still going to be a good position. Again, you're in management, you're going to have the benefits and prestige that come with a management role, and I think in general this is going to be pretty decent, and it's going to be A tier. Alright, so here's the full tier list. Look, a lot of careers are still pretty viable. They're somewhere here in the middle. I'd say the main ones to avoid are being an auditor, because nobody's gonna like you, and being a translator, because you're gonna have a hard time finding work. And some really good ones to go for right now are the cybersecurity world and the data science world, especially if you want to be in tech, or the tried and true path of just becoming a doctor. All of these are gonna be amazing. You're gonna have very good career prospects, especially right now. And if any of these sound interesting to you, I'd go for it. Alright, well, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Hopefully this provides some pretty solid insight on kind of some things we're seeing in the corporate world right now and what the future might look like. But I want to hear how you feel about these. Let me know which ones you do and don't agree with down in the comments. And that's all I got. See you next time.